Hello and welcome to Module 4 of Total Body Harmony, where we are talking all about diet and digestion. We have so far covered setting our goals, finding our motivations in Module 1. Module 2, we listen to our body. We have improved our hydration levels. We have replaced excess caffeine with other healing beverages. And we also have a great idea on where our physical cravings are coming from, all about the sugar and the flour. So this week, I want to talk a little bit more about making sure our diet is supportive of our goals. And that means managing our blood sugar and reducing our inflammation. We'll really focus on creating your routine around that. And then the second part of this module is about evaluating your digestion. Even though you may not feel you have digestive symptoms, they may actually be at the root of what's going on. So let's get started with the diet piece of this week's module. So when we choose foods like sugar and flour, like we mentioned last time, we can exacerbate the jitters and feelings of anxiety as our blood sugar spikes. And then we will crash because our body then overreacts with insulin and we end up with fatigue and cravings. And having that process happen in our body over and over increases inflammation. So stable blood sugar equals stable stress hormones, equals a smoother emotions, and equals reduced inflammation and a healthy weight. So this is why we want to really plan out our meals so that we can achieve all of that. So the handouts in this week's module will go to support that, creating the healthy habits that we want. So what I'm going to suggest for each of you is to try and stick with 3 meals a day. If you need to eat in between, there may be a problem with the foods you're choosing and that your blood sugar is going up and down like I described. Your meals don't need to happen at a specific time, but they need to happen at a regular time for you. So a regular morning meal at a certain time for you, a midday meal, and an preferably early evening meal because you don't want to be snacking at night. If you need a snack between lunch and dinner, then that one is fine. So 3 to 4 eating meals per day. I know that the meal plan that I provide with the program has a snack 1 and a snack 2. I actually suggest that you take snack 1 and combine it with your lunch. Snack 2, if you don't need it, can be combined with your dinner, but if there's a long time between lunch and dinner, then you can put it in there too. So, but definitely you want to try and stick with a regular eating schedule because that will prevent you from forgetting to eat and going too long during the day and then overeating, and also just the idea of sitting down and having regular eating moments will prevent you from snacking all day too, because those are 2 places where we often fall down. So also wanting to make sure that you combine those low to moderate carbohydrates with your fats, proteins, and fibers. And there's different ways to plan your meals. So some people like to cook everything on the weekend and have it ready to go and just reheat during the week. Others want to just prep their foods, wash, chop, have everything ready to go, but actually do their cooking during the week. Either works. You also want to keep greens and preferably cut up veggies or veggies that are ready to be cut up so that you can throw together that lunchtime salad during the week with greens, cut up veggies, and put some extra protein on it from your meal either the night before, or have some hard-boiled eggs ready, or have some canned salmon ready, for instance. So you want to make sure that you've got some proteins ready. So your action task for this week, the first action is to use the meal plan grid if you like it. If you have another system, that's fine. Use the guidelines for healthy meals. because that's something I love to use when I'm not following a recipe. I keep all the ingredients that are included in the grids for smoothies and for salads, so then I always can make those types of foods. So have a look through that and make sure you keep those kinds of ingredients in your house. And then get some ideas for variety by using the Eat the Rainbow food chart. Make sure you circle what you like from each category. If there's a couple of colors where you don't have any circles, then go on to the next handout, which is getting used to new foods, and see if you can try to incorporate some of those other colors into your diet. It takes a while to like something new, so don't be hard on yourself, but give it a try. And then finally, I've included some of my favorite brands. I update this all the time, so it's always new, always fresh. And these, again, are just some of the things that I buy if I'm buying pre-prepared and don't have something fresh handy. So they just give you some ideas. If you have questions on any of those, then please go ahead and ask in the group. No problem. And I want to clarify any questions that you have. The second part of this module is digestion. We want to make sure your digestion is working well. And it may be that you don't feel like you have any digestive issues, but if you have symptoms around your body like inflammation, aches and pains, brain fog, mood swings, hormone imbalances, then you need to address your digestion. It's also possible you've just been ignoring digestive issues. If you have any instances where you have a little bit of constipation or diarrhea, where your stool formation is not optimal, if you get any bloating or gas, any of those things, stop and take note and identify whether or not you actually have some of these going on, because it can be sometimes that it's been going on for so long you just started to ignore it, or you just don't want to deal with it or don't know what to do about it, so you ignore it. So really make note. And then your action for digestion is to use that 4R framework of remove, replace, reinoculate, rebalance, repair. There's actually 5 R's, but use that system starting with remove. That's really the most important first step, really identifying what is causing your digestive issues and removing them. If you have questions or need help, post in the group. We can also talk on your call. I mentioned a few times through the worksheet that we'll talk about supplements on your call. You can also ask about supplements in the group. I'm happy to have a discussion on them if you have questions about probiotics or bitters or digestive enzymes or glutamine or anything I've recommended in this module. Go ahead and ask them. We can have full discussions. If you have other medications or particular symptoms, we can discuss those on your call. So that is the framework for Module 4. I look forward to our Q&A on it. I look forward to your questions and supporting you through it. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.